Life has a quiet way of wearing us down. The more we try to control outcomes, timing, people and results, the heavier life begins to feel. We push harder, plan further, think more, yet peace moves farther away. Here is the paradox. What if the very effort you believe will fix everything is what's blocking it? Close your eyes for a moment and imagine loosening your grip, breathing deeply and sensing relief before results. What you cling to controls you. This is the forgotten truth of Buddhist teachings. In Buddhism, true manifestation begins when you master your emotions, not your circumstances. You don't force outcomes, you align. You relax, everything will come to you, and suddenly you can manifest anything, even what feels like instant manifestation, where every video is a doorway to calm, clarity, and timeless Buddhist insight you won't find anywhere else. Stay until the end. There is one powerful bonus lesson that changes everything. 1. Stillness is the fastest movement. You are rushing, yet nothing is arriving. You are planning, chasing, adjusting, improving, yet peace keeps postponing itself. This is the quiet suffering of the modern mind, the belief that life begins after the next achievement. But what if manifestation does not move forward at all? What if it moves inward, into the only place where anything has ever happened, now? Stillness is not delay. Stillness is the fastest movement there is. When the mind stops scattering itself into tomorrow, something subtle begins to gather. A calm power, a grounded clarity. Buddhism teaches that nothing arrives in the future, it is born in the now. The future is only a thought, the present is alive. And what is alive has the power to change form. Think of a seed. It does not grow by pulling the soil or forcing the sun to rise faster. It rests, it remains. And because it does not resist where it is, everything it needs comes to it. In the same way, when you stop pulling life toward you, life begins to respond. Not through effort, but through alignment. Most suffering comes from mental absence. Your body is here, but your mind is rehearsing regrets or negotiating with fears. Ask yourself gently, where am I not here? In conversations, in work, in moments of rest. Each time you leave the present, you abandon your own power. And then you wonder why nothing flows. Pause for a moment, feel your breath. Not to control it, just to notice it. Let it anchor you. Imagine roots sinking softly into the earth beneath you. With every breath you arrive more fully. This is not meditation as escape. This is presence as participation. Reality begins listening when wanting stops shouting. Here is the quiet strategy. When desire arises, do not chase it. Sit with it. When fear appears, do not outrun it. Stay. When impatience knocks, do not obey it. Breathe. Stillness trains the mind to stop leaking energy into imaginary futures. And when the mind becomes whole, outcomes reorganize themselves around you. This is the paradox most people miss. The calm mind attracts more than desperate effort ever will. Opportunities sense stability. People trust groundedness. Life moves toward those who are no longer grabbing at it. Ask yourself, what am I postponing that only the present can deliver? Peace, discipline, courage. Do not wait to become still after everything is fixed. Be still now and watch how things begin to fix themselves. You do not manifest by chasing life. Life comes to you when your grasping finally ends. We'd love to hear your thoughts. If you're not sure what to say, just type. Manifest starts now. 2. Want less, receive more. You are wanting yet feeling hollow. You are reaching yet tightening inside. Craving feels like action, but it quietly creates distance. The mind believes that desire is movement, but Buddhism points to a deeper truth. Desire pulls from absence, not fullness. And what is pulled from lack never satisfies. Look closely at the moments you want most. There is tension in the chest, a subtle fear beneath the hope. Wanting whispers, "I am incomplete without this." And the moment the mind believes that story, suffering begins. Not because wanting is wrong, but because gripping life teaches life to resist you. An open hand can receive what a clenched fist cannot. This is not poetry, it is mechanics of the mind. When you demand outcomes, you shrink awareness. When you release outcomes, awareness expands, and expanded awareness attracts clarity, opportunity, and ease. Desire is like salt water. The more you drink, the thirstier you become. One achievement demands another. One possession asks for protection. One approval invites anxiety. Soon, life becomes a that never ends. Ask yourself honestly, what am I trying to force right now? And what has forcing ever truly given me? Detachment does not mean giving up. It means letting go of the illusion that happiness is somewhere else. Sit quietly for a moment. Imagine every want you are carrying. Success, validation, control, placed gently on a leaf. Watch the stream take them away. Feel the relief in your chest as the mind stops arguing with reality. That relief is not loss, it is freedom. Here is the strategy. Few practice. Do your work fully, then release the outcome completely. Act without begging the future to cooperate. Speak without needing approval to echo back. Show up without asking life to guarantee safety. When action is clean of craving, it becomes powerful. Who would you be without this craving? Not empty, lighter, not passive, clear. Without desire shouting, intuition begins to speak. You start noticing doors you were too tense to see. People respond differently. Situations soften. Life does not feel pushed. It feels invited. Trust is the turning point. Demand says, "Give me what I want." Trust says, "I will do my part and allow life to meet me." And life always meets trust with movement. Want less, not because you are unworthy of more, but because peace arrives when you stop squeezing the moment. When the mind releases, life responds, and what comes to you then is not forced, it fits. 3. Authority begins inside. You keep looking outward for permission to speak, to choose, to become. And every time you do, your power quietly leaks away. Authority does not arrive through approval. It begins the moment you stop asking who you are allowed to be. Buddhism reminds us that alignment without apology is strength, not arrogance. Notice how uncertainty grows when you wait for validation. The mind splits in two. One part knows the truth. The other waits to be told it is safe. That delay is suffering because the calm mind needs no approval. It moves from clarity, not consensus. Think of a mountain. It does not announce its height. It does not compare itself to the hills nearby. It stands, rooted, unmoving, and because it stands, everything else adjusts around it. Inner authority works the same way. When you stop negotiating with doubt, outcomes begin to bend. Ask yourself honestly, where do I give my power away? In conversations where you shrink your truth, in decisions postponed because you fear disappointment. Each time you silence what feels true, the mind weakens its own signal, and life responds to weak signals with confusion. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine standing upright, spine relaxed, breath steady. There is no tension in proving anything. Feel a quiet confidence radiating outward, not loud, not defensive. This is inner authority. It is not force, it is coherence. When your inner world aligns, the outer world listens. Most people mistake authority for control, but control is fear wearing armor. Authority is trust without noise. It is choosing without rehearsing explanations, speaking without over-explaining, acting without apology. This is why some people seem effortlessly respected. They are not asking to be believed. What decision feels true but remains unspoken? The cost of silence is always higher than the risk of clarity. Buddhism teaches that suffering grows when we betray our own knowing. Relief arrives when action matches truth, even if the voice trembles at first. Here is the practice. Before acting, pause. Ask, is this aligned or is this approval seeking? Then move from alignment. Do not rush. Do not justify. Let calm be your signature. Authority strengthens through repetition, each honest choice training the mind to trust itself again. How would you move if you trusted yourself completely, not aggressively, not anxiously, simply forward? Remember, life does not follow the loudest voice, it follows the clearest one. When authority begins inside, the world stops questioning your place in it. 4. Timing obeys trust, not control. You are pushing time, and time is pushing back. The harder you try to control when things should happen, the heavier everything feels. This is not failure, it is friction. Life does not unfold mechanically, it moves rhythmically, and rhythm cannot be bullied. Forcing timing comes from fear. Fear that if you do not rush, you will be left behind. Fear that stillness means stagnation. But Buddhism teaches a quieter truth. What ripens too early spoils. Not everything delayed is denied. Some things are protected by waiting. Look at fruit on a tree. It sweetens under the sun, not by being shaken from the branch. You can pull it early, but it will never taste the same. In the same way, when you force outcomes, relationships, success, healing, you may get results, but they lack depth. They cannot sustain you. Ask yourself honestly, what am I rushing out of fear? A decision, a breakthrough, an answer. Rushing is often the mind's attempt to escape uncertainty. But uncertainty is not an enemy. It is the space where wisdom matures. Sit with this image. Picture your desire still on the branch, slowly changing color. The sun touches it daily. The roots feed it quietly. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is late. Feel how patience removes pressure from your chest. This is not passive waiting. This is active trust. Trust does not mean doing nothing. It means doing what is yours without trying to steal what belongs to time. Show up consistently. Act with care. Then release the clock from your grip. Control tightens the mind. Trust softens it. And a softened mind sees opportunities that force never notices. Can you allow life to meet you halfway? When you stop dragging the future toward you, the present becomes lighter. People sense your ease. Decisions feel clearer. The right moment begins to recognize you because you are no longer chasing it. Patience teaches a hidden lesson. Who you are becoming matters more than what you are getting. Timing shapes character. It deepens stability. It filters out what cannot last. When something finally arrives in its own season, it feels natural, not exhausting. Remember this, life is not late, it is precise. Release the urge to command time. Walk in step with it. When trust replaces control, everything arrives with less struggle and far more meaning. We'd love to hear your thoughts. If you're not sure what to say, just type, "Manifest starts now." 5. Emotion is the real magnet. You are thinking constantly, yet your life is responding to something deeper. Thoughts are signals, but emotions are commands. You may say you want peace, abundance, love, but what you feel daily is what life listens to. Buddhism points gently to this truth. The body believes before the mind understands. Notice how outcomes follow emotional patterns. Anxiety invites obstacles. Gratitude invites ease. Resentment attracts resistance. This is not punishment, it is resonance. Life mirrors your inner climate, not your affirmations. And no amount of positive thinking can override an emotional state you rehearse every day. Emotion is the tuning fork that sets reality vibrating. Strike it with fear, and the world echoes tension. Strike it with calm, and situations soften. This is why two people can face the same circumstance and experience entirely different lives. Their emotions are tuning different frequencies. Ask yourself quietly, what emotion dominates my inner world? Not occasionally, but habitually. Is it pressure, lack, restlessness, or is it steadiness, trust, appreciation? Whatever you practice emotionally becomes your default instruction to life. Many people wait to feel good after success arrives, but this reverses the order. Buddhism teaches feeling before form. First the inner shift, then the outer change. This is not pretending. It is training the nervous system to recognize safety, fullness, and calm now, instead of postponing them. Sit for a moment. Place attention on your chest. Gently feel the calm you seek, as if it already lives there. Do not force it. Let it be subtle. A soft gratitude, a quiet freedom. The body responds to what is practiced, not what is demanded. This is how emotional authority is built, through repetition, not intensity. Here is the strategy. Begin each day by choosing one feeling to embody before action begins. Calm while working, gratitude while waiting, confidence while speaking. Not exaggerated, grounded. Over time, this emotional consistency becomes magnetic. People respond differently. Opportunities arrive with less friction. Does the emotion you carry invite or repel what you want? Pressure repels. Desperation confuses. Calm attracts clarity. When you regulate your inner state, you stop broadcasting need, and life stops withholding. This is where manifestation becomes ethical, not manipulative. You are not trying to control outcomes, you are aligning with them emotionally. When inner resistance dissolves, outer resistance fades naturally. Ask yourself now, what feeling am I ready to practice today? Not someday, now. Because life is not waiting for your plans, it is responding to your state. And when emotion aligns, reality follows without being chased. 6. Practice the feeling, not the fantasy. You are imagining a future, but your body is still living in the past. This is why visualization often disappoints. Images alone do not change reality. Reality follows rehearsal. And what you rehearse daily is not thought, but state. Many people picture success, peace, freedom, yet their breath remains shallow, their shoulders tight, their movements rushed. The body does not believe the image. It believes the posture, the rhythm, the tone of breath. Without embodiment, fantasy stays hollow. A dancer does not become graceful by imagining movement. Grace arrives through daily motion, small, repeated, imperfect. In the same way, manifestation matures when the body practices what the mind desires. When the nervous system learns safety, reality rearranges to match it. Ask yourself quietly, am I imagining or embodying? Imagination asks, what will I get? Embodiment asks, who am I becoming now? One is passive, the other is transformative. Pause. Let your breath slow. As you inhale, invite the feeling of fulfillment, not excitement, not intensity, just steadiness. Let it spread gently through the chest, the spine, the hands. Do not force it. Let honesty guide the sensation. This is rehearsal. Fulfillment has a texture. Maybe it feels spacious, maybe grounded, maybe warm and unhurried. Name it. Feel it. The body learns through sensation, not instruction. And once learned, it begins to move differently, speak differently, choose differently. Here is the practice. Choose one small action today that matches this feeling. If fulfillment feels calm, slow your speech. If it feels confident, hold eye contact. If it feels free, release one unnecessary obligation. These are not symbolic acts. They are alignment signals. This is where manifestation shifts from hoping to inhabiting. You stop waiting for life to change so you can feel different. You feel different so life can respond. This reversal is subtle, but it is the turning point most never reach. Second wind arrives here. The fantasy falls away and truth steps in. You realize you were never meant to escape your current life, but to embody a new way of being within it. When the body leads, the future follows. Ask yourself now, how does fulfillment feel in my body? And what is one small movement today that proves I am no longer waiting? Because when feeling becomes practice, manifestation becomes inevitable. 7. Let go to let life in. You are holding on and wondering why nothing new enters. The grip feels like protection, but it is actually a barrier. Letting go is not loss, it is clearance. Life cannot enter a space already occupied by fear, control, or old stories. Resistance always feels justified. You tell yourself you are being careful, prepared, responsible. But notice the tension it creates in your body. Tight hands, shallow breath, a mind always guarding. This is not safety, it is exhaustion. And exhaustion blocks the very door you want to open. Empty space invites presence. This is not a metaphor meant to comfort, it is a law of experience. A cup must be emptied before it can be filled. When you cling to what was, you have no room for what is trying to arrive. Ask yourself quietly, what am I holding too tightly? A relationship that no longer nourishes me, an identity built on struggle, a version of success that no longer fits who I am becoming. Attachment convinces you that release means collapse. In truth, release creates stability. Pause for a moment. Imagine opening your clenched hands. Feel warmth returning to your palms as blood begins to flow freely again. This is what letting go feels like. Circulation, not emptiness. Space, not erasure. The body understands this naturally, even when the mind resists. Who are you without this attachment? Fear often answers first, but stay with it. Beneath fear is relief. Beneath relief is clarity. And beneath clarity is a quieter self, one that does not need to grip to exist. Here is the practice. Notice one place today where you are holding too tightly. Loosen slightly. Do not abandon. Soften. Speak with less defense. Act with less urgency. Release the demand that things must remain exactly as you planned. This gentle opening is enough to invite change. A second wind arrives when you realize that letting go does not weaken you. It strengthens your trust. Life responds differently to an open posture. Opportunities sense space. People sense ease. Answers come without being forced. What might arrive if you soften, not chaos. Alignment, not loss. Fit. When you stop clutching the door, it opens on its own. Remember this. Life does not reward holding on. It responds to openness. Clear the space. Let life in. We would love to hear your thoughts. If you are not sure what to say, just type. Manifest starts now. Detachment is supreme confidence. You believe detachment means you do not care, but look deeper. Detachment is not indifference. It is supreme confidence. It is the quiet knowing that you will remain whole whether life agrees with you or not. And that knowing changes everything. Most people cling because they are afraid of collapse. They believe outcomes give them identity, security, and worth. So they grip relationships, results, and recognition. but the grip reveals doubt. Buddhism teaches a powerful reversal. When you stop needing, you become powerful. I am complete whether it comes or not. This is not resignation. It is freedom. When this sentence becomes a lived truth, desperation dissolves. And without desperation, the mind becomes clear, steady, and persuasive to life itself. Not because it is passive, but because it tells life you are ready to receive, not wrestle. Still, water reflects the sky perfectly. Disturbed water reflects nothing clearly. In the same way, a relaxed mind sees opportunity, timing, and direction without forcing them. When you stop shaking the surface, truth becomes visible. Pause now. Let your breath slow, not to achieve anything, but simply to allow. As the breath softens, thoughts loosen their grip. Silence is not empty. It is responsive. This is where alignment lives. Urgency disguises itself as motivation, but urgency breaks attention. It rushes wisdom. It exhausts the nervous system. Ask yourself honestly, who am I without urgency? Beneath the rush is a steadier self, one that moves with clarity instead of panic. Relaxation does not mean stepping away from life. It means meeting life without tight expectations. You still act, you still decide, but your actions come from completeness, not fear. And when action comes from completeness, it feels clean. A second wind appears here. You realize that you were never late. You were only tense, and tension distorts timing. When the body relaxes, intuition becomes clearer. When the mind softens, answers rise naturally. What happens when you truly relax? Notice how the chest opens, how choices feel easier, how effort reduces while results improve. This is surrendered alignment, where less resistance creates more movement. Ask yourself gently, what is life offering me right now? Often it is already here, waiting for you to stop resisting it. Peace arrives first, not last. Remember this line and let it sink in. You do not need to push the river. It already knows where to flow. Loosen your grip. Life has been listening the whole time. Bonus principle, love yourself where you are. You are trying to become worthy. And that effort itself is the wound. Manifestation collapses when self-rejection runs the system, because what you resist within, you recreate outside. The deepest Buddhist truth is quiet and direct. Nothing is missing. Most striving comes from a hidden belief. I will be whole when I arrive, when I succeed, when I heal, when I am chosen. But chasing worth only delays it. Life does not reward self-criticism with fulfillment. It reflects the relationship you have with yourself. The sun does not improve by shining somewhere else. It does not leave its place to become brighter. It shines because shining is its nature. In the same way, your value is not conditional. You do not earn it by suffering long enough. You express it by ending the inner argument. Notice how strict you are with yourself in quiet moments, the constant self-correction, the quiet disappointment. This inner rejection scatters energy. Buddhism teaches that wholeness comes before arrival, not after. When the mind stops fighting itself, life stops reflecting struggle. Pause here. Place a hand on your heart. Feel warmth spread. Not dramatically, just sincerely. This is not self-indulgence. It is awareness. Acceptance does not mean everything is perfect. It means nothing is excluded from love, and that changes how you move. Ask yourself gently, can I love this moment fully, even with its flaws, delays, and uncertainty? Love does not block growth. It creates the safety needed for growth. Nothing healthy grows in contempt. What if you are already enough? Not as an idea, but as a living truth. The moment this belief settles, urgency softens, comparison fades. You stop manifesting from lack and begin acting from fullness. And fullness is magnetic. Here is the practice. Speak to yourself today the way you would speak to someone you truly care about. Not motivation, permission. Permission to rest, to learn slowly, to be human without punishment. This shifts the nervous system from survival to openness. A second wind arrives when you realize manifestation was never about becoming someone else. It was about removing the conditions you placed on your own worth. Life responds quickly to self-acceptance because resistance has ended. How would life respond if you truly believed you were already enough? You would choose differently. Wait with less anxiety. Act with more clarity. Receive without guilt. Remember this truth and let it settle. When self-rejection ends, manifestation completes itself. You do not attract what you want. You allow what already belongs to you. Quick summary of the principles. Want less. Receive more. Desire creates tension. Tension blocks flow. The less you cling, the more space you create. Manifestation begins when neediness ends. Freedom attracts what force never can. Stillness is the fastest movement. Nothing manifests outside the present moment. The now is where power quietly works. Restlessness delays. Presence accelerates. What you seek responds to still awareness. Authority begins. Inside, outer results mirror inner certainty. Self-trust removes the need for approval. When you stop seeking permission, life responds. Inner authority reorganizes outer reality. Timing follows. Trust, not control. Forcing timing creates resistance. Trust allows events to unfold naturally. Patience is alignment, not inaction. What is right arrives when you are ready. Emotion is the true magnet. Reality follows emotional states, not thoughts. Calm attracts clarity. Fear attracts delay. Your dominant feeling sets direction. Master emotion and manifestation follows. Practice the feeling, not the fantasy. Imagination without embodiment stays empty. What you feel consistently becomes familiar. The body teaches the mind what is real. Practice fulfillment before expecting results. Let go to let life in. Holding tightly blocks natural movement. Release dissolves resistance instantly. Receiving begins where control ends. Letting go restores inner balance. Detachment is deep confidence. Detachment means emotional independence. Outcomes lose control over your peace. Confidence grows when identity separates from results. Freedom strengthens manifestation. Proof slows the universe. Demanding signs signals doubt. Trust moves faster than evidence. Certainty calms the waiting mind. Faith shortens the distance between cause and effect. Relax. Life is already listening. Tension interferes with natural flow. Relaxation aligns mind, body, and life. Ease is a sign of readiness. What comes effortlessly lasts longer. Love yourself where you are. Wholeness comes before achievement. Self-acceptance removes inner conflict. Peace invites progress without struggle. Life responds when resistance to self ends. When you stop trying to bend life to your will, life begins to move toward your presence. Manifestation is not about effort. It is about alignment. A calm mind sends a clearer signal than a restless one. When desire softens into trust and control dissolves into awareness, life responds with quiet accuracy. You yourself, as much as anyone in the universe, deserve your love and acceptance. Zen philosophy reminds us that nothing arrives late and nothing is missing. The moment you relax into who you are, you move into harmony, with how life unfolds. Carry this question with you today. What changes when I trust life instead of trying to control it? If this wisdom resonated with you, take a moment to like and share this video. Share your reflections in the comment box for more inspiring Buddhist insights on living a peaceful, balanced life.